See, guys, you got to look at your business as an investment. And I'm going to talk about that tonight. And my subject matter, write this down. This is my subject for the night. This is my subject tonight. This is my subject for the night. Why your ASIN business is so valuable. Why your ASIN business, Mr. Mark Maples, is so valuable. Your business is valuable. It's invaluable. It's very valuable. But see, a lot of times because we hear a few no's, Mr. Thompson and I, we don't take it as value. It's very valuable. And I'm going to show you why tonight. Now, my second contest I did, when that contest was over, people were like, oh my God, what's the next one? So I already had as a leader, write this down. Leaders always think ahead. So when that contest was over, I announced my next contest that same night because people all fired up. So I said, here's my next contest. In the next 45 days, and I brought a briefcase up and I sat it on the chair and opened it up and I took the win me sign and put this as win me inside the briefcase. The briefcase cost me $50. That briefcase made me about $750 in bonuses. Because why? Everybody's running hard to win that briefcase. Let me share something with you guys. You think this leadership call will have hundreds of people? Nope, it never happens that way. Let me tell you why. The real leaders, real cream of the crop want to know. Let me tell you what happened. That contest made me about $700-800 on a $50 investment because people, write this down, it's so important to understand, people work hard for the freebies than they do the big money. Networkers like you and I, we work for the money. But it's a business. And see, most people don't look at their ACN business as a business. I do. Everything I do has a cause and effect. Every time I travel, I have a goal in mind. What's my goal? I have an agenda. It's not hidden, it's an agenda. I've got to get so many IBOs, so many customers to make my time valuable and the return of my investment valuable for a hotel airline. It's got to be valuable or I don't go. Okay. So that was my next contest. Then I did a contest where I gave away a trip to Vegas. And I mean, that thing won me about $3-4 grand. I'm like, wow. Long story short, my first MLM company, Mr. Steve Smith came out to Sacramento where I lived at the time. He said, what are you doing to get your numbers like this? I said, Mr. Smith, I've given away so much. Listen, with a closed fist, can I give anything and receive anything? No. The more you give, it's principles. It's a biblical principle. The more you give, the more you get. And so many people, it's all, they're stingy. Me, my, I, mine. You know, as a little kid, we always say about me, my side is mine, mine, mine. 2-year-old. Why, mine, mine. So the more you understand that philosophy. Now, let me go into tonight's topic. I kind of got off a little bit tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you to be on here. And I hope and pray each and every one have a nice Thanksgiving. I've had a lot of quiet time lately to pray, to thank God, to give a lot of going back and thinking where I came from and just acknowledging I'm so grateful for every little thing I had in my life. And my biggest prayer for every one of you is you start making big money in 2024. Please don't let it go to your head. Stay humble. Can we say that? Stay humble. You know, I've seen people make money, went crazy. And I'll give you an example, and I'm not talking behind his back with you, Shaquille Cooper. I remember he was making 80-90 grand a month, and he got big headed as a kid, 21 years old. You know, all the cars and penthouses. And I mean, he was making some crazy capital and he lost it all. And now he's humble. And now he's coming back with a vengeance because now he's doing it right. And he's being very humble. You guys got to stay humble. I mean, because it's easy to get your head big. It's easy to get big headed. Let me tell you about money. Write this down. All money does is two things. It exposes who you really are. It exposes who you really are. If you make big money, if you're used to giving, you'll give more. If you drink, you just drink better alcohol. Money is a magnifying glass. It exposes who you really are. You expose who you are. If if you're that, you expose who you are. So the hardest thing for a lot of people is stay humble when the big money comes. All right, now tonight, why is your ACN business so valuable? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to really dig deep a little bit and show you some things about how to look at life in today's society as we turn the corner and going into 2024. And I want to make you aware that I'm proud of each and every one of you, but I'll let you aware that I want you to know what you really have in your hands. You know, as the Red Sea was parted, Moses said, what God said to Moses, what is that in your hands? Stick, lay it down. I want you guys to really understand what you have in your hands with your business. Now, I really want you to get after it in a big way. So the first slide I'm going to show you tonight is why your business is so valuable. Let's flip the first slide, Mr. Clemens. I'm going to show you why this is so valuable. Now, in today's society, this is serious. This is the average monthly grocery bill. Now, what's it got to do with ACN? Well, look at the top of the page. It says, well, I'll read it for you. The average American spends $324 per month on groceries, according to research on Zappa. I know the owner of Zappa. It's funny. California, I'm going to read that. I don't know if that's on your page. California is where I am. The first is ranked number 19. Well, let me go down here. So here's the, let's go on the boxes. The average monthly grocery bill. The national average is per person, we see $327.50. That is the average. Last year, folks, that is how much people's bills are going up. In New Hampshire's rate 50 is $183. In California, oof, goodness, rate 19 is $370.96 monthly. And Hawaii is a ridiculous number one. It's $556.76. Now, what did this mean? Well, I'm going to read down here to this left. It says the mean that $371 keeps a single California resident fed all month, or $12.37 per day. Now, mind you, this is on the average when people's bills are going up since this year. Now, imagine, why is this making ACN so valuable? Because we have a way to help people take those monthly charges and be ate up through their ACN business. We have a way of creating that average person extra money that they need. The average person needs this extra money. Now, it's you and I's opportunity to share with them that here is a way out, folks. We can show you how to supplement this income that you need. Now, this is very important, folks. People are desperate like never before. They talk about Black Friday. Black Friday was a disaster. Shopping centers are empty. People are out of money. People are looking for you and I today. The best gift they could give themselves is get in this business and go to work. Now, you know what Al Thomas always talk about, go to work. Because why? And I want to bring it down why our business is so valuable. It is so valuable. Now, I want to share something with you. I was out the other day, and this guy who I see every week, I go in 3 or 4 times a week to Sam's Club to get my gas, or Costco. And what I go in, and this guy, let me show you the next picture. This guy name is Bob. Let's see Bob. That's our next picture. Now, there's Bob. The left, there's Bob. Bob is standing up. Okay. Now you might need to blow it. Okay. Bob has got 2 walkers and a rider thing on the picture to the right, the left. And there is on the right of it. Bob works at Sam's Club. No, don't put that up. We're fine, sir. Just leave it there, sir. Thank you. Bob works at at Sam's Club. Let me tell you about Bob. I've been knowing Bob for about a year or so. It's sad because this is why ACN is so valuable. Bob's been working there for 8 years. Bob can't afford to retire. Bob has put on 50-some pounds since I've known him because his injuries. Bob, his Social Security is only $842 a month. You guys have a business that can help Bob. $842 a month, Kathleen Williams. You feel sorry for Bob. Bob asked his boss for an electric chair, TJ. His boss said, I can't approve it. I'll say it again. I can't approve it. But what I can do is write up a form and kick it upstairs to the other boss. That boss said, I can't approve it. I have to ask the other boss. Oh, my God. This is so sad. This is why your business is so valuable, folks, because people we know are going to end up like Bob. Bob's third boss said, okay, they approved it after 2 months. After 2 months, Sam Foster, he finally got approval to get to ride around in the cart. As you can see, without the cart, he was on his two crutches thing, I guess what they call them. And Bob runs from the side. There's 3 pumps there, 3 sections of pumps. And he runs from that one to this one. Actually, it's 4 sets. And he goes back and forth. And he's there in the morning at 6 in the morning, gets off at 2. Bob has got 7 more years if he can hold up. And by the way, Bob is 63. I want you guys today to understand how valuable what you have and what you got yourself into. Mr. Donald Escobar, I want you to know what you got, man. We are not talking to enough people to save the Bobs of the world. or the Lorettas of the world. It kind of breaks my heart to see that. But I'm sure throughout Bob's situation, Bob had several people say, let me show you something. Then Bob said, you know what? Like most people, no, I'm good. I got a good what? Job. Now, I want to share something with you tonight because I want you guys to walk with this story about Bob. There's Bob's and Loretta's in your town too. They may not work at Sam's Club. They could be at Costco. They could be at Target. But you got to reach out to them. Now, I want to show you how valuable your business is. The next slide. The next slide is how to calculate your net worth because I want you guys to really understand what you got with ACN. I want you to understand. Mr. Clemens going to put it up there. Now, how do you calculate your net worth? I'm going to read this to you. You can calculate your net worth by listing all your assets and liabilities and then subtracting the total liability from your former of your asset. You know, this is how you figure out what you're worth. Now, this is what from Consumer Finance from Yahoo. And this is what the breakdown said. The American people, the average age group, if they're under 35, they're making an average of $13,900. Wow. Between age 35 and 45, $91,300. 45 to 55, their net worth, excuse me, it's net worth, not income, but net worth is $168,600. Wow. And if you're 55 to 64, your net worth is $212,500 on the average in America. And 65 to 74 is $266,400 on the average. And then if you notice, by 75, it starts coming downward now. At age 75 or over, it's $254,800. And I'll read what it says underneath. It says these figures underline how much net worth tends to increase as age of the individual and their career increase and incomes. Folks, I'm here to tell you, you guys are outbeat this hands down if you really go to work in your ACN business. I want to give you a different philosophy tonight to look at the importance of why you're an ACN and what your ACN business has to offer. Now, you can see at the bottom, it has right there, it's at Yahoo Finance, but this is where I got this from. And I want people to understand, what is your net worth? Don't tell me, you keep it to yourself. But I'm telling you something, these net worth that we have could be a tremendous amount. And I want you to understand the value of your business. And what I did tonight, I did something. I just want to just do this real quick because I wanted to keep the call within 25 minutes because there's a little bit of holiday season. But I want to thank the leaders by rewarding you guys. But I want you guys to think about this. I want you guys, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I wrote 4 categories. Get a piece of paper in 4 categories, and I'll read them to you. I'll read them to you. Category number 1 is residual income. Put that, you can break it down in a sheet of paper in 4 categories like this, and I'll give you the 4 topics to write down. Number 1 is residual income. How much residual are you making? Number 1. Number 2 column is yearly. What does that amount to a year? Because we don't want you to end up like Bob, do we? No, we don't know Bob's or Lorraine's on this call. Third box is the cap rate. Cap rate. I'm putting a 5% cap rate, which is being very conservative because I look at things as a banker would. And the 4th column is the value of your business. Write that down. The value of your business. So the first module will be income, residual income. I'm not excluding your bonuses. What is that a year? 2nd column. 3rd column is your cap rate. When I put a 5% cap rate, because the banks will give you, a little bit more than that, but I want to do a 5% cap rate on your business. And then the value of your business. So let's see how much your business is worth. This is not you guys. You're allowed to tell me. I don't want to know. This is for you to do in private. You can do it right now on the call. But here again, nobody's on the call looking over your shoulder. So now just anticipate what your residual income. I'm going to give you some figures I want you to write down. And you can think about this because I want you to really get after your business because the residual income will make sure that you will not end up like Bob there and having 7 more years of struggle like that and having pain and being out there in the morning. Can you imagine opening the station up at 6 in the morning when they open up in the cold with the arthritis kicking in? All right, here we go. So I'm going to give you some numbers you could jot down in the columns here and go across. What if your residual check is only $250? Let's write that down. $250. But I got to start somewhere, Ms. Thomas. Yeah, let's start with 250. So yearly, so 250 times 12 is $3,000 annually. That's what your annual money is on the ATM. With the 5% cap rate, that means your business is worth $15,000 if you want to sell it or borrow against it. Some banks, you know. Now, what if you made twice of that? So that would be $500 monthly residuals, because residuals are something powerful. And I want you guys to understand this. That's mailbox money. We all know that. So that's $6,000 yearly with a 5% cap rate. Your business is worth $30,000. 30,000. Now let's go up a little bit. Let's say you got $750 every month residually. Bam, 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 bam. That's $9,000 a year with a 5% cap rate. That means your business is worth $45,000. Now, a lot of people don't have a net worth. Let me tell you that right now. I had a guy the other day who was talking, his net worth was minus, what was it, minus 5,000? He might as well be dead. Yeah, what works? What if you had $1,000 a month coming in residually? That's 12 grand a year. Second column, 5% cap rate stays the same. That means your business is worth $60,000. Wow, that's an asset. Not a liability, that's an asset. And I don't think we really understand the power of our business with what it's really worth. And what if you made $1,500 residual month after month after month after month after month? That's 18 grand a year with a 5% cap rate. Your business is worth, Mr. Maples, 90 grand. So your net worth is worth 90,000. Hey, whoa, Mr. Thomas. Wait a minute. Miss Thomas. What if I made 5 grand a month, Mr. Thomas? Oh, well, that'd be 60 grand a year. That means your business is worth 300 G's. Do you really know what you got in ACN? This ain't your mama's Amway, your daddy's new skin. This is serious. This retirement. You can go to the bank on this. Now, some of y'all shoot for 10 grand a month for 2024. Sam Foster, get this. 10 grand a month. Miss Rutherford, that's 120 grand a year. That's more than most people make in middle class today. The middle class is under that. Low class, I mean, nowhere close. Christina, come on now. How much would that be? 10 grand a month. That's 120 grand a year with a 5% cap. That means your business is worth 600,000. Dang, Mr. Tom, Jim Gumbo, 600,000. Dwight, 600. Miss Coleman, 600,000. Did he stutter? No. Do you realize how important you and your ACN business is? You keep looking at, well, I ain't as good. I ain't making what I want. I know that. But this gives you something to shoot for. You realize how much my business must be worth? How you doing? There's hope for everybody on this call tonight. This is leadership. I can't talk about this on every call on the weekday because people can't handle this kind of stuff. It's only for leaders. Alicia, a leader. Hassan, leaders. Mr. Baker, leaders. Natasha Ismail, leader. James Clark, leaders. The average person cannot handle this kind of stuff, Mr. Victor. You would think they'd be on this call, but they can't handle this. Now, let's say you're worth between the 300 and 600,000. Do you think the bank would lend you money on your signature? I got a text today, somebody, you always heard me say, work your ACN business hard enough that your signature becomes an autograph. I forgot, somebody texted me earlier today, you should work hard on your signature that your mentor wants to join you, invest with you. That's dope. I think Grant Cardone's wife had said that because somebody sent it to me a couple hours ago. How hard do you work in your business? See, let me tell you something in closing. Right now, until the day before Christmas, if I were you, do like me. Go to work, 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 work. Uh, I'll be out in the shopping centers tomorrow. I don't shop for stuff. I do my Christmas gifts 2 months earlier. I'm looking for people tomorrow. I'm out because they're out there in the mall. Some of them out there in the mall. I passed by the mall today. I said, Lord have mercy. Look at there. Guess what? I'm out shopping for people, not spending money. See, let me tell you something. Sam Foster, I love you, man. You did a great job yesterday. Let me tell you something. That's the lie. Look, Black Friday. That's a lie. You guys want to hear a funny story? This is a true story. You want to hear something funny? My son, he was about 8 years old. He says, Daddy, Black Friday, is that for black people? Oh my God. The words out of Babe's mouth, right, Mr. Thomas Susan Ford? Let me tell you something. It's all a gimmick to get you. Look, there's people haven't paid off last year's Christmas gift. The best time to go shopping is after Christmas, when they give it half. Watch this. Then they give it away. That's when you go get next year's gift and put them and hide them in the closet. Oh, watch this. They got a new one for you now. They got now. It's called Cyber Monday. They're making up ideas for them to go spend their money. Cyber Monday. What's that got to do with me? I'm like Tina Turner. What does love got to do with it? Anyway, folks, I want you to understand the value of your business. These people are out in the mall, jam-packed, going broke again, to be in line on Sunday for the pass of their hands on them, so you and I can get them in our business next year. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. If I told you how much money I spent on Christmas, you think, oh, no, you're right. You'd be surprised. It ain't a whole lot. It ain't a whole lot. Because I buy my stuff all season anyway. When the sales are going on in the summer, oh, my God. Y'all don't get it. Yes, you do. You're on this call because you could be out shopping. Well, let me tell you something. The residual income, the yearly with the 5% cap rate, how valuable is your business? Your business, and seeing Bob tonight on that in the chair that's motivation in itself. Folks, I know that's not going to be any of us, but that's what I said this week. When I sat down and spent some time with God this week and was praying and thanking him for all the little things, big things, small things, and reminisce back in my mind of when I got going and the blessings I've got my whole life. I've been blessed. And I want you guys to be 10 times as blessed as I am. But it's going to start you to get off your assets and go out there and talk to people about this opportunity. There's people like Bob you can't help. I got you. I got you. But there's plenty of people, especially upper and middle management, are going to be losing their mind because they're going to be losing their job. Not the blue collar workers. They shook them out a little bit. They need them to do the stuff. But the middleman, I'm telling you, as sure as I'm talking, 2024 is going to be a pivotal year for you and I in our business. But it's going to take you to go to work today, right now. And I'm going to give you one other tip before I get off this call. If you go work right now, in the next 3 or 4 weeks, you can have a grandiose Christmas. I'm telling you. Mark my words for those who go to work. Look, a leader's job is to help you, not to be like, not to shred you away, but to help you understand the cycles we're in. And we're in a cycle right now where housing market's starting to come down, things starting to come down, people ain't got no money. They're looking for you and I.